What's up, everybody? It's Evie Joe with another DIY by EVI. Today's DIY are these jean bow tie sandals. If you like these jean sandals, please continue to watch. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is cut off two of your jean hoops that hold your belt up at the top of the jeans. Cut two of those off because you will need them. Then at the bottom of the jean, go ahead and cut like the bottom half of the jeans off. Not even the bottom half, just like a good size chunk. This is what we're going to use to make the bow. Use the first one that you cut as a measuring tool and cut the other side of the leg. Then you're gonna fold it back and forth like how you used to do that piece of paper in school. Just fold it back and forth, and that's gonna create that bow like that, just like that. Of course it's gonna look better than that, but that's what it's gonna create, that little bow effect, a little ripple in the middle of the bow. So now you're gonna take your hot glue gun and glue that little jean piece that we cut off in the beginning off the top of the belt loops. You're gonna glue that piece dead smack in the center of the bow, like such. Once you glue it down with the hot glue gun, just hold it for a few seconds to make sure it sticks and it doesn't come apart. That's on there pretty good. And that's the finished bow. That's one of the two. You do need to make two. So with the other half, you can use the first bow that you use as a measuring tool and cut off the excess jean that you won't need. Remember to cut off the bottom hem of the chunk of jean that you cut off because it prevents the bow from folding correctly. Like here, I forgot to cut it off, so I went back and cut it off. So just remember to cut that bottom hem off because it is extremely thick and it will stop the bow from doing that rippling effect. So just cut that bottom piece, that bottom hem off, and then glue the belt loop dead smack in the center of the bow to hold it together. Okay, now on this part you take the jeans and you trace out the shoe. You want to cut off an excess so that you can trim it at the end of gluing the jean on the shoe. But just cut like basically you're tracing the shoe, but cut out a little bit more than what the shoe is, the actual size of the shoe. And then you take the other side of the jean, flip it over, and cut the other side for the other shoe. Okay, remember to leave excess jean, just more room so that you can trim as you go. It's better to have more for DIY projects than less. So just cut off an excess. Then you're going to take the side. You just cut the little semicircle or the shape of the shoe out of the jean. Cut the sides and use that for the top half of the shoe. So you're going to cut both sides and use that for the top half of the shoe, like such. Just cut 2 of them. You won't need them now, but make sure you get 2 of them, and then you're through with the jeans. You can put the jeans off to the side, use them for another DIY project. Now for the actual bottom of the shoe, you're going to lay that jean fabric down on the inside of the shoe. Okay, now once you lay the jean fabric down in the inside of the shoe, it's not going to lay flat, because in the center you have to cut that little piece out where the top half of the shoe is that wraps around the foot. So you're going to make 2 incisions on both sides, so that'll be a total of 4 incisions in that little jean piece of fabric. Then you're taking it out of the shoe and cutting that little incision piece out. It's going to create like a little flap. Once you take it out, you'll see how the flap is separate from the rest of the jean fabric. Cut the flap out. As you can see right here, you're going to cut that flap out, because that's where your shoe, the part that covers over your foot, that's where that is. So now it should lay flat. As you can see, it does. Okay, so now that it's laying flat, you're going to go ahead and go around the bottom half of the shoe and glue it down. Okay, now this is the tricky part. You're going to use this hot glue gun right now. Okay, but this is only for it to stick immediately. This is not for it to completely hold the jean fabric on the shoe, because once this hot glue dries, it pretty much does not stick to plastic, and this shoe is plastic. If you use a plastic shoe, it is not gonna stick. Okay, so this is only to hold the shoe down, or hold the jean fabric down in place while you're DIYing this shoe. At the end, once you are completely finished with gluing all of the jean fabric down onto the shoe, you're going to get your E6000 glue and trace back where you glued all of this down with the hot glue gun. Okay, I did that off camera, but I'm just letting you guys know that this hot glue gun will not permanently bond the jean fabric onto the sandal. You have to go back with the E6000 glue and use it to glue down the jean fabric permanently. Okay, the only reason why I did not use that first, because the E6000 glue, unless you use a ton, and even when you use a ton, it does not stick immediately. It's almost like you have to hold it down in place. And with the hot glue gun, you don't have to do that process. All you have to do is apply the glue and then stick. So remember, after you glue down your jean fabric with the hot glue gun, you go back with the E6000 glue and glue it down. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, at this part, after you've glued all the jean fabric down, you're gonna go ahead and take that little piece that we cut earlier, 2 of them, and glue that on the top of the shoe. Okay, we're still using the hot glue gun. That's only, again, for it to stick immediately. Okay, now at this part, you're gonna go ahead and cut off all the excess fabric. Okay, so you're gonna go all the way around the bottom, all the way around the top, and cut off the excess jean material. that you don't need, and then you will see the finished product, and you can actually stop right there. You don't have to do the jean part, but excuse me, you don't have to do the bow tie part if you don't like that part. You can just leave it right here after you cut all the excess jean off. Make sure you cut very close to the edge of the shoe, because you don't really want to be walking on that jean, because then it'll like come apart and unravel. You know how the bottom of some jeans look that are too long? That's how it's going to look if you don't cut it very close to the edge of the shoe. So make sure you get it a really tight, close cut at the bottom of the shoe, so that the jean fabric is not dragging on the bottom of the shoe. You want it to just basically be on the sides, where the bottom and the sides of the shoe meet. That's where you want that jean fabric to stop. So like I said, at this point, this is where you can stop if you don't like the bow. This is the bow that we made earlier. You're going to take that hot glue gun and put as much glue as possible and glue it right dead smack in the center of the shoe. Now, the hot glue gun will stick to a jean, so you can use this hot glue gun on the jean, just not on the plastic shoe. You don't have to go back with the E6000 glue and glue this bow on. It'll stick with this hot glue stick. So I also went ahead and just glued the sides down on the bow, just because I didn't like the bow flapping, so I just went ahead and glued the sides down. But basically, this is the finished project. It was super easy. Me and my sister actually did this project together. It took us maybe about like 35 minutes, 40 minutes to complete, and we loved them. If you like this DIY, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again.